Adventures in Pixieland presents your daily energy reading. Your daily Bible verse for August 23rd, 2025 is Revelations chapter 20, verses 12 and 13, another twofer in the KJV. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God, and the books were open. Another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. According to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to their works. In the Niv, and I saw the dead, great and small, standing before the throne, and the books were opened. Another book was opened, which is the book of life. The dead were judged according to what they had done, as recorded in the books. The sea gave up the dead that were in it, and death and Hades gave up the dead that were in them, and each person was judged according to what he had done. Okay, so you got stand before God versus stand before the throne. So who do you think is on the throne? Hell versus Hades, same thing. Greek version of hell, Hades. Delivered versus gave up. And every man versus every person. And also, if you're listening to the way the context of this is that there are people sitting in hell until judgment day, in which they will rise up out of hell. And there's more than one book, because there's the Old Testament, the New Testament. This is written by John, the Apostle John, while he's sitting in a penal colony in Patmos. He's the only apostle to live out a natural life. Like, he was not executed. He just died there of natural causes. So he got to see all kinds of stuff and write a bunch of stuff down. So you've got the New Testament, the Old Testament, and then you've got the book of life. And in the book of life were written down the deeds of the people. And as it says repeatedly in the Old Testament, and Jesus also states in the New Testament, you can only reap what you sow. Meaning God sees everything. He sees what you're doing in every moment. He knows what your intention is. He sees it in your heart. And what you decide to act on, your conscious choice of your words and actions, is whether or not he will decide if you were a good person or a bad person. And at that time, when we're in that state of judgment, depending upon your belief structure, you're going to have what I'm going to call a person of faith standing there with you. Now, I'm a Christian, so I believe Jesus is going to be standing there with me while God is looking at what I've done, and tell him, well, this is what my daughter has done as these various penances, and this is why she should be allowed into the kingdom of heaven. If you are of a different belief structure, you might have a different belief about what that end moment looks like at the time of judgment. I'm not telling you you're right or wrong, because I'm not trying to decide for you what you should believe. But that is the question. What do you believe? Who is the judge? And if the judge is at end times, which I truly believe it is, and I believe it's the on high, and I believe it's the Messiah, because for me, my Messiah has already come, and that's what his name is. For you, it might look a little different. But this is saying that no matter, all people, regardless of walk of life, going through the same judgment at the end. And it's a matter of how they lived their life and who or what they believed in that determines what happens in that very last moment for them. And only he knows. So we can't decide whether other people are going above, below, or elsewhere. For who is to know the mind of God? Your Elder Futhark Daily Rune for August 23rd, 2025 is Fehu! Fehu, the letter F, that's meaning is cattle or wealth. Its associations are wealth, success, abundance, increased income, possession, happiness, and financial gain. Peep the map down below to see all the places where this Elder Futhark rune would have had influence. Your Hebrew letter of the day for August 23rd, 2025 is Sin or Shin. Sin or Shin. The letter S or SH, it's the number 300. It's teeth, ivory, the point of a rock, right? A peak, like on a mountaintop, to devour, to consume, said like, right? To destroy something sharp, like this would have been early tools, right? So El Shaddai, okay? Peep the map down below, courtesy of PBS of the Jewish Diaspora. This is every place that I say this letter traveled to, so potentially had great influence. Your daily Archangel card for August 23rd, 2025 is Leadership. The Archangel Gabriel. It is time for you to assume your leadership, power, and position, and lovingly guide others. Remember, in the mindset where angels come from, in the Hebrew mindset, Alf, which is silent, is the silent leader. Leaders can command a room without raising the volume. Your daily sacred geometry card for August 23rd, 2025 is card 25, Emergence. Your message is the frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. Don't forget that you can still be in awe of things that are beautiful. Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixieland. My name's Amy. I'm an ordained minister, and we are in Bible study. We are in the Niv, and we are in Psalms, Book 5, Psalm 113. Praise the Lord. Praise, O servants of the Lord. Praise the name of the Lord. Let the name of the Lord be praised both now and forevermore. From the rising of the sun to the place where it sets, the name of the Lord is to be praised. The Lord is exalted over all the nations, his glory above the heavens. Who is like the Lord our God? The one who sits enthroned on high, who stoops down to look on the heavens, on the earth. He raises the poor from the dust and lifts the needy from the ash heap. He seats them with princes, with the princes of their people. He settles the barren woman in her home as a happy mother of children. Praise the Lord. He creates miracles. Until the next video, friends. Your daily energy reading for August 23rd, 2025 is the Bible reminds us that the end days have a court date attached to it. And it talks about it over and over in there, a time of final judgment on the whole world. So there could be even an actual court date that is attached to some sort of end of a situation for you, or maybe not. You let me know. Fehu says, you got your mind on your money, on your money, on your mind. So that could also be part of court. Maybe there are court fees, maybe there's a court award, to you or something like that. The Hebrew letter Shin says something is being brought to a completion. Shin is also usually a complete destruction. So it could be something court ordered that brings a complete destruction of something, or it brings a situation to a completion. Like maybe not a destruction for you, maybe it's a blessing for you. The Archangel card leadership suggests you take control of this situation. So there is maybe a need for you to file some sort of paperwork, especially if there is something surrounding money. The Sacred Geometry card says, view this with childlike wonder. Ooh. So maybe it's something that is so big that's ending that it's amazing and it just makes you so happy. That's possible. The psalm reminds us to praise the Lord for the blessings we receive from him. So, as easy and as quick as we are to complain to him when something is wrong, we need to be just as quick and easy to prepare to bless him for the things that are right. If everything that's bad that's ever happened to you is his fault, and everything that's good that's ever happened to you is also his fault, right? He brought it one way or the other, good or bad. You're going to take on that attitude, make sure you take it on completely. Otherwise, you might need to be fair to what's his, what's yours, what's theirs over there. What are you asking him to step in the middle of? Because remember, he's not controlling you. He doesn't do slavery. He's not controlling you. He's not controlling them. So he's not forcing this situation. The people are forcing this situation. He doesn't do puppets. That's the opposition, man. If somebody's being controlled like a puppet on a string, that's not from up here. That's from down there. Could he? Yeah, but he does free will. So he doesn't. Just like we could do a bunch of things. That doesn't always make them right or ethical. So maybe that's some of what has to get destroyed. Maybe there's something so unethical happening that the courts need to be involved in its destruction, so that you have the ability, possibly with money, to take control of this situation and turn it back into this childlike wonder and blessing. However it plays out for you in the course of your day, just remember, praise of the Lord was strong enough to bring down the walls of Jericho. So it can certainly help you with whatever you've got going on.